Hello, int1108ers. It's Dwight here. I'm going to do an overview for Learning Unit 1. All right, see my screen here. This is Learning Unit 1. And you see that it has several components, but they're all basically the same. Don't be afraid to dig right in. So I would suggest, clicking on the Modules tab and right navigation or the left navigation here, and then scrolling down to your Learning Unit 1, Computer Concepts and File Management. Go ahead and click on the Learning Unit 1 overview. This will give you an idea of what's involved in this particular learning unit. Basically, the course utilizes, as you know, the integrated software called Cirrus. And Cirrus is basically functioning outside of Canvas, but it's very, very useful. I would suggest right off the bat, please do the reading. That will definitely help. And there are several little components, multimedia, videos, the ebook, you can all access through this particular learning environment. All right, so after you read that, you see on the bottom here, there's these next and previous buttons. These will guide you through the learning unit. So I'm just clicking the next. That takes you to the next component of the learning unit. And you also have an indication up here on the top here that's called a breadcrumb. We're on Learning Unit 1 discussion question. And basically we want you to start with the discussion question, and this one's on file management. And if you scroll down, you read what we're asking you to do. Basically with the discussion question each week, you're interacting with me and with your fellow classmates on the particular topic. This particular topic is file management. Explain the importance of file management and how to control files over time. Give examples based on the hierarchical system used by Windows. If you go into Windows, you have files and folders and essentially drives, and that gives you the concept of the hierarchical structure. So you're just asked to, answer that question. And every week I will get you started with a little, kind of a push. Now there's two things you can do to respond to the discussion question. You can click on the reply here. This will open up the reply portal where you basically type in your content. Yes, I like file management and etc. And then you can also attach files if you like. Make sure it'll give you a word count and all that. And then once you're done, make sure you click post reply. I'm not going to do this because that will be added to our experience. So, or you can reply to me, which is essentially what you'll need to do. Remember, you're asked to post your initial response to the discussion question and then reply to two of your classmates. Usually we'd want you to do it right away on Mondays and then another response on Wednesday, and then essentially have that second response before Sunday. And that's essentially how the discussion questions work, and you'll have that each week. And let's go ahead and click next. You click next. Now we're into Cirrus and the Cirrus assignments. The first thing that you'll generally get is a bunch of very, very useful videos. For example, in chapter 1, topic 1.4, and these corresponds to your ebook, but they will explain, and these are essentially little animated like videos, but they're very useful information. And you can, so I click the full screen here if you want to do full screen, because it is still enclosed within Canvas. And you just basically click the start button.
That was a great ride. Want to come in for a cold drink before you head home?
Sure. Hey, your garage door just opened.
So anyway, please watch those videos. They're very, very useful. And there's many of them. And generally, for each of the chapters, we include the videos as pertinent to answer the quizzes, to do the multiple choice, so I would definitely spend some time watching, if not most, if not all of the videos. And remember, this is just videos. These are videos for each of the chapters. And then unit 1, we have chapter 1, chapter 3, and chapter 5 under concepts. And these are all, once again, in your ebook. So I'll click next. So I would definitely try to walk through each of the components of the learning unit by clicking next. If for some reason you get lost, you can always click on modules, and it will also have a list of each of the units. Now, these read and learn lessons are very important. They usually come either with a document or a video, even though it says view the video or read the content. So if you click on the video link, it'll take you out to another video. And this is part of Sequence, which is essentially the company that created our ebook. And basically, this is another.
The Computer Concepts video series for the third.
So, and these open up in a different page, so you can always close that and go back. So you have both. You have essentially the video and the text from the chapter. And these are all, once again, these are all part of the ebook. So once you go through that, read the content, you'll see this preview button. This button, you see this a lot. This is the button that will get you into your little exam or quiz. So it says view the video, read the content, then complete the quiz. Of course, you have to go through all of these components of the content. And then if you click on the preview button, it gives you a preview of the quiz, and it's a multiple choice. Basically, there's a simple question. This one's a fill in the blank with a multiple choice answer. And you go through all of the choices. This one has 15, and you can go back using this navigation link here on the bottom. You can start a new preview. Once you've answered, so you're actually answering the questions. Once you've answered the questions, click on this finish attempt, and this will take you to a final check. And basically what you need to do is submit all and finish. Now what this will do, this will score the exam. It may take a second, and it'll give you what you've answered correctly, incorrectly, and also give you a representation of which question that you answered correctly. And that will be scored. Now you can always, with these exams, you can always go back and take them again. I think we allow you to take the exams 3 times, and we give you, essentially, we maintain the highest score. Now, my view is just slightly different. You won't be able to delete it, but you can retake it. As you see, it gives you the number of attempts here. All right, and then let's see on. All right, now each of the learning units have these tutorial lessons. Now this will take a little bit of time to load, but essentially this is little tutorials in series that you go through the tutorial, like logging onto Windows, understanding particular computer concepts, things like that. So we'll wait a few seconds while this loads, and don't panic. It does take a little bit longer to load this. Depending on your internet speed too. I mean, it may take longer if your internet speed is slower. It may go faster. Generally, it doesn't matter if you have super fast speed. This is all a function of the Cirrus environment, and that's generally why it will take a little bit longer. So once you start this, I'd get up and have a snack, like a sandwich or whatever, and then come back. And it should load by then. There we go. So once again, these are tutorials. So essentially, and I did one already. And when you finish the tutorials, a little indicator here will turn green, and it will simply take you to a Cirrus control environment and walk you through, like this particular one is dealing with the recycle bin. It'll walk you through basic steps to complete the tutorial, and then once you finish, it'll score it for you. So So please go through all the tutorials. And there's several of them, but they really don't take that long to go through. All right, moving right along. Each of the chapters has a concept exam. And once again, you'll have this preview, I don't know, icon here with the little page with the turn corner. You click on that, you can see this one has 15 questions again, and the process is still the same. Finish, and then submit your exam. Please do that. Please do that. Let's say you want to leave, and you leave the environment. Remember, basically wherever you're at in the canvas, you have this left navigation pane, and the learning units are separated within this modules here, this modules link. So when you click on that, you see we have Learning Unit 1, which is what we're reviewing now. And we actually got all the way down to the concept exam for Chapter 1. And basically each of these chapters, you have Chapter 1, Chapter 3, and Chapter 5 in Learning Unit 1. And you will have essentially the same type of scenario. You'll have a concept exam, which focuses on concept, and then you'll have a chapter exam. And just to let you know, the chapter exam is usually a bit more extensive. You notice the concept exam had 15 questions. The chapter exam will usually have 40 questions, and it's basically the same type of process. Click on the preview. You can scan the questions. All of these questions you can answer based on the content of the chapter. And as you see, this has, as I scroll through, it has 39, 40 questions. And remember, once you've answered all the questions, you want to click on Finish Attempt, and then that will give you your confirmation page, and then you submit. You have to click on Submit All and Finish to actually score the exam, but you can always go back, etc. And the next and previous buttons will navigate you through the coursework and in their modules, any of the modules. And then the left pane here with the actual modules link, and you also have the announcements as well. And in the course overview, we do talk about the announcements. But this will create an ease of navigation. So that's it for Learning Unit 1. There's quite a bit, but don't worry. Start on the discussion question and work your way through. Generally, with this type, especially with this first module, if you start right away on Monday, allocate a couple hours just to go through these, you can get through all of these components of the learning unit at the end of the week. Remember, you have from Monday through Sunday, and you should be fine. And I do want to mention, I am holding live sessions if need be, and I'll mention this again when I go over Learning Unit 2. But if you go into announcements and click on the welcome announcement that I created, in the welcome announcement, I just want to focus on this. I do have basically like an office hours that I'm going to hold on Zoom. I'll be online live on Tuesdays. And this is Arizona time, so this is Mountain time right now, Mountain Standard, from 7 to 9 a.m. on Tuesday and 3 to 5 p.m. Wednesday. Now, you'd have to kind of transpose or transfer that to your local time, but I'm going to essentially hold these hours by Arizona time, which means I will be on Zoom, and if you'd like to meet one-on-one, that's the time to do that. All right, thank you all. Looking forward to having you in class. And this is the review for Learning Unit 1. Take care.